Hello everyone, you have 30 days until your GCSEs and A-levels, and I'm here to basically just tell you good luck. You're gonna do amazing. This is basically just a video to reassure you and sort of a little wake-up call if you haven't really been doing much. Exams are in 30 days, and I made a video 30 days ago saying exams are in 60 days, and another 30 days from that saying exams are in 90 days. But now it's like, it is just so important that you get things right, because this is now the time where you're meant to be at your peak performance before your exam. So hopefully this video helps you and guides you and basically gives you an insight in how I felt last year, and honestly just helps you. But before I start this video, it would mean a lot if you guys could go subscribe to my channel. I think we're like at 13,000 subscribers, not that many, but you know, I want to sort of increase my subscriber count, so it would mean a lot if you guys could follow and stick along to the journey. Also, can we just appreciate like my lovely background, my dark academia theme, my posters and my fireplace, well, artificial fireplace. You need to look after yourself because you need to stop putting the pressure on yourself. You should be at a time where you're able to relax. You shouldn't feel too stressed, and by relaxing, please go to sleep. Like, you need sleep, and just watch TV, eat something good, go out with your friends and have fun. You can have days like that. It's not like you have to revise every single day for 8 hours straight, because that is very, very unhealthy for you, and please don't do that. So just go out with your friends one day, watch some TV, watch Netflix, eat something, and don't revise, because you need a break, especially if you're working like tirelessly and days on end. You really do need a break, so please have a break. The next thing I wanted to talk about was how I felt exactly a year ago. So I remember I actually had my March mocks. I had my mocks in March instead of January because of COVID and everything. And I literally pretended as if my March mocks were like my GCSEs. So I had worked so hard in March to get all of the content done. I know a lot of you guys would have had March mocks. And that made it a bit easier for my GCSEs, just because I didn't have to go through all of the content again, because I'd already learned it. And I was scared, but not so scared. And I was doing around 8 hours of revision a day at like the max, and around maybe 2 hours a day minimum. 8 hours, obviously it might sound like a lot, but it is doable if you break it up into chunks, because I'm not saying revise 8 hours like from 10 a.m. to like 6 p.m. I'm talking about like maybe do 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, 2 hours in the evening, 2 hours at night, or sort of break it down into Pomodoro chunks. So that's what I did, and it really did help. But the thing is, what I didn't do was I was stressing during that period, because I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'm going to learn all of this stuff. Now, if you haven't used Anki before, like I used to use Anki a bit, but I used to sort of use Quizlet. That didn't really incorporate the spaced repetition technique, because Anki actually tells you when you need to revise a thing, so it gets into your brain. I was like at the point where I don't know if I should use Anki, I don't know if I should use Quizlet, so I was just like mixing and matching both. And if I had used Anki for all three of my sciences, all three of my humanities, I think I could have learned the content a lot quicker, and I think I could have retained it a lot better. And I feel like I used Anki a little bit too late, and my laptop broke, so I lost all of my Anki flashcards, which was annoying. But I feel like I used it a bit too late. If you are using Anki or Quizlet, use it and take advantage of it, because you will thank yourself later. Last year, also, I was doing as many past papers as possible. So exams were cancelled, but my school, I do IGCSEs, and IGCSEs had to have they sent these 2022 papers, 2021 papers to our school for us to do, which was annoying because yeah. So I basically had to do every single past paper from 2011 to 2021 January. And that was pretty hard, but I started doing papers right from the beginning of year 11, so it wasn't that bad. But these last 30 days, because you have your advanced topic information, I had gone to physics and maths tutor and print out every single sort of topic question, topic past paper for every single subject, and go through them one by one. If you can't answer a question, Don't leave it out, have a go. But then when you come to marking your paper, you want to get that question, put it into your Anki, put it onto your Quizlet, and learn the mark scheme. Especially for biology, because biology, the mark schemes are literally so like one word specific, and as long as you've got one word, you'll get a tick. So make sure you know what the mark scheme is looking for, and sort of write that down onto your Quizlet. For sciences, please do not waffle, because an examiner does not want to be reading an essay. They want to have clear bullet points outlining what you know. By that I mean, let's say cracking. Like, you know, I'm hoping you all know what cracking is. It's a 4-marker question. Explain why cracking is important or something. You'd have to write in bullet points. Number 1, it's because shorter hydrocarbons are in more demand, number 1, and then your next 3 points after that. So hopefully you can start doing that now, just because it is quite important you do that. Let me just quickly talk about revision techniques. So I use the Pomodoro method. I did use the Pomodoro method as well last year. I did 25 minutes and then a 5-minute break, 25 minutes, 5-minute break, 25 minutes, longer break, and then repeat. And that was like just so I wouldn't lose my attention, because if I do like an hour-long study session, it really just loses my attention, especially with all of the distractions around me. I need that 5-minute phone break or something. Now, within the Pomodoro session, I used to blurt, and blurting was basically when I wrote down as much stuff as I can remember on a piece of paper and repeat. But before I did that, I had to look at my textbook. For example, biology, I wanted to blurt down osmoregulation. So I looked at my osmoregulation notes, tried to remember as much as I could by reading them, and then on a separate piece of paper, looked away and wrote down as much stuff really, really fast as I could remember. And if anything I missed, I'd add that again, and then repeat the whole process until I've memorized the whole topic. Now, this is so good because it basically forces your brain to memorize the information. So please do that because it is so important. Now, I know that you know the topics you're good at, and I know that you know the topics you're bad at. I know you want to revise the topics you're good at, but make sure you do not, because you need to focus on the topics that you're bad at and the topics you find hard. For example, I always found ecosystems and the environment really, really hard just because I had to memorize so much stuff. So go over the topics you find hard and not easy. And I know even if you're going over your like easy topic that you already know, it won't do anything because you already know the topic. So go over the hard topics and make like a checklist on Notion or on a piece of paper, like with the hard topics that you actually don't understand. For example, in maths, this was logarithms or like exponentials or like circle theorems. I had no idea how to do these. So please make like a spreadsheet of things you don't understand, and you need to sort of correct that by going over it, by watching YouTube videos, or joining crash courses, things like that. Now, whilst I'm on the topic of crash courses, I'm actually running quite a few crash courses for like £2 an hour. So I'm running physics, bio, chem, English, maths, sort of crash courses. They're interactive sessions where you can book on my website. The link will be in the description below. Anyway, they're interactive courses, so you can ask me or a tutor teaching questions and they'll like help you through it. But normally they're crash courses either on predicted past papers or they're on a topic itself. And these topics are in the 2022 Advanced Topic Information list. So regardless of the topic, I would recommend joining because it would help you learn the content and understand it, because it is a student teaching the topic. It is a year 13, year 12 student teaching you the topic, and they are informal lessons. Now, my final bit of advice, my final key exam tip, this is the best thing you can do to memorize your information, is teaching people. So I used to be a tutor when I was in year 11, and this helped me actually learn the information as well. So I used to teach GCSE biology, to year 10s and year 9s, and doing this helped me retain so much information because you're actually going out of your way, you're actively teaching a topic to somebody else. So I did it in 5 steps. So I decided to teach, let's say, osmoregulation. So I decided to teach it, number 1, to a 5-year-old, then maybe to a 10-year-old, then to a 13-year-old, then a GCSE level understanding. Because this really dumbs down and simplifies the concept and allows you to really understand it whilst you're teaching it. And then when it gets to the GCSE, content, you can easily get the marks because you understand the basics right to the hard bits. So I'd say teaching is even better than active recall. If you look at the learning pyramid, it shows that reading and passively making notes is at the bottom. It is useless, whereas at the top it's active recall and actually teaching. The reason why your teachers know that much is because they've been teaching the course. They know exactly what they're on about because they have been teaching the course for years and years and years. So if you implement the same skills, the same teaching methods, and teach maybe your younger sibling, or basically just teach a wall in front of you, it will help you memorize it. And that's exactly what I did with biochem, physics, and Latin, and RS, and geography, and all of my subjects that I did apart from maths because I hated maths. And it helped me get 9s in my subject. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully it has helped. You have 30 days and hopefully this was either a wake-up call or a gentle reminder about GCSEs and A-levels coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in my next upload, which will hopefully be soon. I've got exams in 9 days, which is scary. But yeah, go subscribe if you haven't. Bye guys!